Are you breaking the law? If you own one of the pets, chances are yes. As adorable, friendly, and tiny as they seem, there are a lot of countries that outright ban owning these pets. From ordinary pets to ones that are acquired from exotic locations. Let's get started. Keep watching all the way to number 1 for the most surprising pet that's actually illegal to own. Before we get on with the top 10 illegal pets to own, make sure you support us and subscribe to our channel on the bottom right. After that, hit the bell button below and we are good to go. Number 10. Hedgehogs. Hedgehogs may seem like these tiny, adorable, and spiky balls of joy, but in a lot of places, owning a hedgehog is very illegal. American states such as New York City, Arizona, Georgia, Maine, Pennsylvania, Hawaii, Nebraska, and Douglas County strictly forbid it. As cute as they seem, their spikes or quills become extremely sharp when they feel threatened, which can be painful and damaging to both humans and other animals. Hedgehogs also have a nocturnal nature, which is one of the factors that makes them unsuitable to be pets and companions. When the novelty of having a Sega-like hedgehog wears off, many hedgehogs are abandoned by their owners and they end up dying. People don't understand that this pet is used to adventurously crossing several miles in a night and chasing crickets in grasslands and savannas. Locking it up in a cage with only wheels to run is downright cruel. In addition, if someone still acquired one, they need special care, food, and supplies. Despite this, they're still one of the most popular pets in a lot of places. Number 9. Fennec Foxes. At first glance, the fennec fox is one of the most beautiful animals you can ever lay your eyes on. Just look at those magnificent, tall ears, curious eyes, and plush coat. The fennec fox is the smallest canid, and it feeds mainly on a diet of insects and small birds and mammals. Its lifespan can be up to 10 years in the wild and 14 years in captivity. But just because we admire something's beauty doesn't mean we can own it. In fact, it's downright illegal to sell and own a fennec fox in a lot of places. Still, that only made it more desirable for those who long to own an exotic pet. And because young fennec foxes get taken from their mothers at an early age, tame foxes go for higher prices. This can result in a devastating habitat loss in their native Sahara and North Africa. Before we continue with a pet that can cause you a fine of $200,000, just make sure you like this video to fully support us. Number 8. Ferrets. For the last few years, owning a ferret has become a popular trend. Not only do they possess adorable faces, but they're also tiny in size. You have probably seen multiple ferrets in nearly every pet store or vet you have visited. Unless that pet store or vet was located in New York City, Washington, D.C., Hawaii, or California. There's a reason why all these states banned owning a ferret. Sometimes, ferrets can carry rabies, which is especially dangerous in states that are free of the disease, such as Hawaii. If you're caught with a pet ferret in Hawaii, you can be fined up to $200,000 and face up to 3 years in prison. But the main concern is that ferrets are easily capable of creating their own population, and in a climate like Hawaii or California, that population will thrive. So if an owner is neglectful, or they abandon their pet ferret and release it into the wild, they're going to go on and establish colonies. A sudden population of a feral and non-native colony can dramatically damage crops. Number 7. Sugar gliders. These adorable critters are a very controversial pet. States like California, Hawaii, New York, and Alaska strictly ban owning a sugar glider, while other states such as Massachusetts and Pennsylvania only allow ownership if you have a permit. A lot of people want a sugar glider as a pet because they're known to live as long as 15 years, so they're getting a companion for decades. The problem is with its care. People look at this flying squirrel and don't know how difficult it is to care for one. For one thing, they're incredibly expensive to purchase. The bills will eventually rack up if you don't properly care for them, as they're prone to injury and disease. And here's the doozy. They need socialization. That means they need to be kept in pairs or in small groups and can't be left alone. Like the hedgehog, they are nocturnal animals and don't like to come out during the day. It's hard to accommodate their diet, which is made up of nectar. The space they take up can also be a hindrance. A simple cage, no matter how large, won't do. They need their own habitat, which looks like an aviary with climbing features. States like California regard sugar gliders as a threat to native fish, natural ecosystems, wildlife, agriculture, public health, and safety. Number 6. Quaker Parakeet. Here is another pet that can jeopardize entire local ecosystems and destroy vegetation. The Quaker Parakeet. The Quaker parrot, which is also known as the monk parakeet, is famous for its energetic nature and charming personality. They're known to form powerful bonds with their owners and have admirable conversation skills. However, in states such as California, Wyoming, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Pennsylvania, they're banned. If set loose, these parakeets can create their own flocks and populations. In states such as Georgia, they're only allowed if you have a breeder's license. Ohio allows them as pets if you trim their flight feathers, and Maine allows them, but only with a permit that the state is reluctant to issue. Number 5. Gibbons. If an owner can no longer accommodate the extensive needs that gibbons require, zoos will not take them in, which makes for a plethora of problems. Besides the illegality of it in countries such as Singapore, obtaining a gibbon is also unethical. They're very social and family-oriented animals, which means that in order to forcefully obtain one, the entire family is killed to get to the one baby. Plus, once in captivity, they're known to be wicked smart and capable of escaping their cages. If frustrated, they can get aggressive and destructive. Number 4. Skunks. You would think that no one would even want to own a skunk, but a lot of people seem to think that they make delightful pets after the skunk's scent gland is surgically removed. However, this practice has been illegal in the UK since 2006. So, if you think you can raise a skunk similar to cats and dogs, you're wrong. Skunks are sensitive animals and wicked smart. They also have tempers. Most of the time, it's a playful temper. But if you're an owner who prefers to play rough with them from a young age, they'll grow to become aggressive and uncooperative. Like the ferret, they're very curious animals. An unlocked cabinet is an open invitation. You'll find them exploring the tiniest and strangest of spaces. That curiosity can lead them into danger, especially if they crawl into the wrong space. According to Pet Helpful, skunks should be considered illegal until verified otherwise. Number 3. Bearded dragons. Among the many reasons why people love owning a bearded dragon is their lifespan, which is between 7 to 15 years. Bearded dragons are known to be friendly. They can recognize and respond to their owner's voice and touch. And unlike most nocturnal lizards, beardies are awake during the day. You may think there's no harm in keeping this lizard. All it does is eat, climb on branches, and soak in the sun. But you'll find places such as Hawaii and Singapore forbidding owning a bearded dragon altogether. For Hawaii, they ban them because large lizards have no natural predators in Hawaii and pose a serious threat to Hawaii's environment because they compete with native animal populations for food and habitat. Many species also prey on birds and their eggs, increasing the threat to our endangered native birds. Beardies also require a spacious enclosure so that they have plenty of room to move around, rest, and climb to their heart's desire. They have a complex diet that requires extensive knowledge and experience. Countries who ban them worry about them jeopardizing ecosystems should they ever be released, or if they escape their enclosures. Number 2. Monkeys. Owning a monkey is a controversial subject, but what is for certain is that a lot of countries outright ban ownership. Everyone wants to have an adorable, intelligent, and loyal monkey perched on their shoulders. But even so, owning a monkey comes with a plethora of legal and ethical dilemmas. For one thing, your insurance may not cover it. Some insurance companies back out and cancel your policy if they discover that you have a pet monkey, which puts you at risk if your monkey bites someone. Don't forget that they have a tendency to bite. There are also several diseases that can be passed along from monkeys. They're called zoonotic diseases, and they can be serious and fatal at times. It's a challenge to find a veterinarian who's willing to properly treat a monkey and knows enough to advise you on how to provide a proper diet. That's another thing. Monkeys require special diets, ones that can be expensive and time-draining. And that sweet, clingy baby monkey you've been raising from moment one, it's going to grow up to become the wild animal it was always meant to become, no matter how gentle your relationship is. Even raised around humans, there's no domesticating the wild nature of a monkey. Number 1. Slow lorises. Even if you have a chance to own a loris, not only is it likely illegal to acquire one, but it's incredibly unethical. Slow lorises are often captured directly from their homes in the wild, and as they're transferred to potential owners, transportation conditions are notoriously awful. They're nocturnal animals, but as they're relocated, they get locked in brightly lit spaces. The stress of this results in a mortality rate of between 30% and 90%. Slow lorises are known to have a venomous bite that can result in anaphylactic shock in humans, and in some extreme cases, death. That's why people have taken to removing their back teeth, which is agonizing for the animal. It's not only illegal to keep one of them in the US, but in most of the world. That was all for today, guys. Let us know in the comments what you thought of these pets. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so we can keep creating videos for you. Till the next one.